All right, day 2 notes, subject and verb, ladies and gents. Let's get started. It is Wednesday, and yesterday you did exercise 1, and we're going to finish the second day of notes today in that same PowerPoint. You're going to see a video of me actually diagramming with pen on paper through the document camera. And then you will have exercise 2 as your homework for tonight. Like I said yesterday, I'm going to go straight into continuing the notes, trying to keep our videos short and sweet. So let us get into day 2 of notes. All right, so this is where we start talking about diagramming as a whole. And we are now going to diagram the whole sentence. Now, a sentence isn't a sentence unless it has a subject and a verb. Therefore, when we were just diagramming prepositional phrases, since we weren't diagramming our subject and our verb, we couldn't do the whole diagram yet. Now we can, because now we have the idea of a subject and a verb. And this slide is probably our most important one, okay? There's a lot of really good information in this whole PowerPoint today. The shape that we use to start a diagram is called the baseline. I will always call it a baseline. Later on, we'll have these things called baseline diagrams, which is just the most important parts of the sentences without modifiers. But just so you know that it's a horizontal line, and we call it the baseline. It is where everything builds off of. It's our base. And we write our subject and our verb on the baseline. Baseline, subject, and verb. Any modifiers, such as like articles and adjectives, are written on diagonal lines underneath the word they modify. And prepositional phrases, those dog legs, they also go underneath the word they modify. So important or most important stuff on top, modifiers underneath. And this is what it looks like. Right here, this line, this horizontal line here is called our baseline. Our subject spot is always, always, always on the left side. Our verb is always to the right of it. And if we have any modifiers or prepositional phrases, they go underneath. You need to draw this in your notes. If you can't do this, you won't be able to do what we're doing for the rest of the trimester, okay? Subject spot, verb spot, baseline, modifiers, prepositional phrase, and yes, that's our object of the preposition, the OOTP, as some of us like to call it. Again, pause. I know there's a lot on this slide. You need to write this whole thing down in your notes. We're going to move on to the next slide, though. These 3 sentence examples, we have 3 slides left. 1, 2, and 3 all include something that will come up. Number 1 is a basic one, but number 2 and number 3 are ones that always cause students confusion, so don't skip out after exercise or sentence example 1. A young student in the classroom tripped. We're going to follow our same process. We're going to do all the nouns, then the pronouns, then the modifiers, then the prepositional phrases, and then finally our subject and our verb. Excuse me. All right, nouns. Student and classroom. Which student? A and young. Which classroom? The. Any prepositions? Oh, in, always the preposition. Parentheses, please. And now we have 1 word left. What is that? It has to be an action verb. Which or who tripped? Student tripped. That's our subject, student. This is how we diagram. We draw our baseline. Now our baseline, you'll see there's a vertical line that separates the subject spot and the verb spot. This needs to go all the way through evenly, okay? So it's like a lowercase t turned on its side. This has to go all the way through, because later we're going to have something that doesn't go all the way through that's going to show something else, okay? You put your verb in there first. Tripped goes in our verb spot. Who or what tripped? The student. And then what modifiers do we have describing student? We have a and young. So we have 2 diagonal lines. And then we also have in the classroom as a prepositional phrase. Which student? The student in the classroom. A and young. And then we have in classroom, the. Okay? This is how we show this sentence up here in a visual diagram. All right? The most important part is knowing this, our baseline, our subject and our verb. This part will come with time, but this you need to get today, okay? All right, let's get sentence example number 2. Remember, pause me, take some time to look at it. Shut the door. Now, this is something we talked about earlier, which is when your parents tell you to clean your room, they don't say you clean your room, it's understood, it's implied. So, door is a noun. Which door? The door. And then what action is being done in this sentence? Shut. Who or what shut? You. And we show an understood you. We have our verb spot in parentheses in the subject spot. I also, let's see, do you think I can write on here? No, I can't. I also, next to the sentence in my workbook, I write the word you in parentheses right in front of that, just so that I remember that that's an understood you. You shut the door. It's a command or a direction that someone is giving you. So we show that in our diagram, because it's not actually listed in the sentence, as a you in parentheses. Are there any things? There are no other modifiers. This word door, we're going to diagram later. We don't need to diagram that right now, because it's actually something called our direct object that goes over here, but we don't do it yet. Okay? This is commands. This is understood use. You'll have one on your assignment. Anytime you have a command, it's what we call an implied or understood you. Sentence example number 3. This one's the one that's most wonky and confuses students the most. There goes the dog from the movie about pets. Let's do our normal labeling. Dog is a noun. Movie, pets. Which dog? The dog. Which movie? The movie. Any other, which pets? Nothing. Then we do prepositions. From is a prepositional, or is a preposition, so from the movie is a prepositional phrase, parentheses please. About is a preposition, so the prepositional phrase about pets, parentheses please. Then we've got these two words, there and goes. Which one looks like our action verb? Goes. Now, this word there is kind of wonky. Now, the most important, and we're going to talk about it later, so don't worry about it right now. Who goes? So goes is our verb. Who's doing the going? Who's going in this sentence? The dog is. And then you still need to add in your modifiers, the dog from the movie. And then about pets is modifying. So this prepositional phrase about pets is modifying this word movie. Which movie? Movie about pets. Until it goes off of that object of the preposition. Here's the important part. This is called an inverted sentence, where the verb comes before the subject. This does not happen that much in real life. It happens more in your grammar book. And so you're not going to need to understand it as much in real life, but you are going to be able to identify, you are going to need to identify it in your workbook, okay? That's it for the notes for today. You're gonna have one more video which shows me actually kind of drawing and going through these sentence examples, but on a piece of paper. And if you have any questions, let me know, but watch the video. It will answer questions. Go back to the video. It will answer questions. It is a resource for you. Please don't make this just a waste, okay? I miss you guys. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Homework tonight is exercise 2. The diagrams are listed in that paper packet I gave you. Please, please don't not use this resource I have given you. So exercise 2 in your paper packet, you need to diagram 3, 4, 9, and 10. See how it says exercise 2 at the top? 3, 4, 9, 10. You just need to fill out the lines, okay? I'm still going to show you how to draw them on your own, but do this, okay? Bye, guys.